We all have a unique ability that no one in the world can replicate.
And stop caring what somebody else thinks about your version of balance, and vice versa. You have no right to judge what somebody else is doing.
You know, there was times I was like trying to do too much, trying to do it all, and like figure out like what am I really passionate about.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Gaur Gopal. Also, if you want to learn how to build more confidence, check out my 254 Confidence series. It's free. The link is in the description below.
Well, it's easy to make a buck, very hard to make a difference. It was a lazy Sunday afternoon. Two school-going friends in a small town had a crazy idea. They rounded up 3 goats from a farm close by and painted the numbers 1, 2, and 4 on their sides. That night, they let the goats loose inside their school building. The next morning, when the teachers, staff, children entered the school, they could literally smell something was wrong. They saw goat droppings all over the place and concluded that goats had entered the building. Now it was a mission to locate the goat. A team was assigned to look for the goats, and very soon the 3 goats with the numbers 1, 2, and 4 painted on them were found. The school authorities were relieved, but simultaneously worried. We found 1, 2, and 4. Where was the goat number 3? The search team spent the rest of the day looking for the goat number 3. There was panic, frustration. The school declared a holiday for the students only unto their joy. The teachers, helpers, canteen boys, everybody was busy looking for goat number 3, which of course was never found. You know why? Because it simply did not exist. Aren't we all like the search team in the school? We have our goats right in front of us. We all have a unique ability that no one in the world can replicate. But instead of making the most of what we have, instead of focusing on our gifts, our strengths, our potential, we often continue to look for the elusive, missing, non-existent goat number 3. We keep worrying about and chasing the missing piece, what we lack, what we have tried hard for and never found, what doesn't exist in us. And I'm not even saying we shouldn't try. We have to try our best before knowing something is not meant for us. But after trying hard for long and still not being able to reach even the basic success in doing something, I guess it's time to ask ourselves this question. Wouldn't it be better to focus on goats 1, 2, and 4 that I have and do something with them, rather than chasing goat number 3, which simply doesn't exist in me?
This is a problem with self-confidence. You don't have enough self-confidence in goats 1, 2, and 4, and so you're constantly searching for more. You're constantly comparing your version of success, your version of life, compared to what you see out there, other people's versions. You're looking at what they're doing on Instagram and YouTube and social media and in the tabloids and you're looking at those people and you say, that's the life that I want. Because you have no confidence in your own version of your life. That's the problem. That's what you need to fix. Otherwise, you're constantly looking for the missing goat number 3 that never will exist. So I'm doing this 90-day tour right now, 23 cities, 90 days. I often get asked on my tour, hey, Evan, what's the perfect morning routine? Like, what do you do every morning to get yourself started? What I do almost doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself to me. We have different versions of what success and balance look like. I look at what The Rock does, for example. He needs to work out for 4 hours a day. He needs to do cardio twice, he needs to do weights twice. When he has to be on a movie set by 9 a.m., he wakes up at 4, goes and works out for 4 hours, comes back, showers, and then goes to his set. And when he's shooting a movie, he'll sleep 5 hours a night. I think that's crazy. I don't look like The Rock. There's a reason. We have different priorities, different version of balance. But this is the problem. Because you want to work like The Rock, and you want to be a good dad like this person, and you want to be a good entrepreneur like this person, a visionary like this person, and you're constantly judging your version of your life versus somebody else's. It's unobtainable. It's not possible because there's no self-confidence in what you already have. It doesn't matter what I do in the morning. It doesn't matter what The Rock does in the morning. What matters is you start your day with the thing that makes you come alive. If you started your day with the thing that made you feel bold and self-confident every single day, your life would look dramatically different 1 year from today than where you are right now. It just would. But what that thing is different for everybody. We have different goals. We have different things that drive and move us. And so it starts with having the self-awareness to figure out what it is that you want. And then the self-confidence to believe in it enough that when you see something shiny over here, you're not swayed by it and think that you suck because this person's crushing it in a different field. So this is a two-step process that will help you. The first is you need to figure out your who. Your one word, your most important core value. I wrote a book on it. You can find it if you want, but it comes down to this. What is the single most important core value that you have as a human being? It's one of the most important questions that you can ever ask yourself. What do you stand for? What's your most important core value? Until you know what you stand for, you're going to be pulled by everybody else's opinion of what you should do. If you have a problem of being pulled by other people's version of your life, you think you should do this because this person wants you to. If you're constantly pulled in all these different directions because you have no idea what you stand for. So you have no rock to stand on. You're constantly in quicksand being pulled around. You need to understand what your one word most important core value is. It's one of the most important exercises you'll ever do in your life. Mine is believe. My one word is believe. So all the content that I make is around believe. All the videos that I make is positive, right? Hopefully, it's at least the intent every time, whether I hit it or not. It's always my intent. Out of every person that I meet, every piece of content that I create, every book that I write, the clothing, well, actually I can't, with this, I can't wear my Believe hoodies. I gotta wear this Nike zip up because I don't have zip ups on my tour. But normally, my gear, everything that I'm wearing, right, it's all trying to spread believe. And so if you're coming at me with a suggestion, hey Evan, how about you do the top 10 conflicts of all time or the top 10 stupidest things that this person ever said? It's an easy no, because it's not believe. It's an easy no. But if I didn't know what I stood for, it might be easier to go off and do that thing. Right? I might be tempted because the money's going to be good, right? Because if I did a top 10 stupidest things this person ever said, you can bet that that video is going to have way more views than the top 10 rules for success. Because people would much rather be entertained and laugh at somebody than to try to improve their own life and educate themselves to get better. You need to figure out what you stand for. Until you do, you're constantly looking for goat number 3. You're never going to know. You're never going to figure out your life. What do you stand for? What's your most important core value? One word. Figure it out. The second thing is you have to figure what balance looks like for you. Your actions need to map to your ambitions. What does balance look like for you? Mine is different. Like my life is different than The Rock's and it's different than yours. Different than Gaur Gopal Das. It's different. So what you need to do is plan out your calendar from Sunday to Sunday, right? Plan out your calendar, put everything in that you want to get done. Success is habits. Success is not about hitting a certain number in your bank account. It's habits. It's what you do consistently. You are what you consistently do. Success is your habits. So look at your habits. Write down what's going on. You might have the luxury to plan your entire day every day, or maybe you're in school, or maybe you have a job, or maybe you have other responsibilities. Great. Put it all in. You want to be a great entrepreneur. You want to be a great leader. You want to be a great mother, father, son, daughter, brother, sister. Great. Whatever your ambitions are. How much time do you need to spend on those things? How much time do you want to spend working out? How much time do you want to spend learning, educating yourself, growing? How much time do you want to spend chasing after your dreams? How much time do you want to spend on these things? And then where is it going to fit into your calendar? And plot it out. Show me. Because if you have dreams and ambitions, but it doesn't show up in your calendar, it's just a hope. It's never going to happen. Your actions, what's in your calendar, has to map to your ambitions. Do you actually accomplishing the things that you want? Show me in your calendar where that's happening. And most people bleed time out of their day. Most people wake up like an accident and they start living other people's versions of their life, responding to emergencies, constantly distracted, constantly being interrupted and never getting anything done. You're working your face off, but nothing's happening because you don't have barriers around your time. And so figure out for you what a balanced life looks like. That if you did this for the next week, you'd be happy. You'd be moving closer to accomplishing your goals. That these are the habits that you want to have on a regular basis. And if somebody doesn't agree with you, forget about them. Stop judging your version of balance against somebody else's. This is what you want to do. And have confidence that this is your plan. And it may not be the plan forever, but for now, you're pumped to go off and do this thing. And stop caring what somebody else thinks about your version of balance. And vice versa. You have no right to judge what somebody else is doing. If somebody needs to sleep 12 hours a day, great, go do it. If somebody wants to work out 4 hours a day, amazing, go do it. Somebody wants to work 80 hours a week or 20 hours a week, great, go do it. Stop judging them. And when they start judging you, have confidence in your plan. Thank them for the love, thank them for caring, but you're damn confident in what you're doing. Figure out your one word, figure out your who, figure out your one word most important core value, and then figure out what balance looks like for you. And stop worrying what other people think about your version of balance. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is your who? What is your one word, most important core value? Put in the comments below, I'm curious to find out.
As an entrepreneur, you typically want to do it all. And a lot of times in the very beginning, you are wearing every hat and trying to do it all. And you have to be resourceful. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty and do a little bit of everything in the beginning. But then it's like, okay, really buckle down. And I even had to go through this with myself. You know, there was times I was like trying to do too much, trying to do it all. And like figure out like, what am I really passionate about, and what am I really great at, and what is that one thing that I can do the very best on my team to add the most value, for this idea of business. And then so figuring out, okay, who do you really need? Do you need that chief operating officer, that person that's going to really help you with the operations and logistics and the infrastructure? Who do you need? That someone that's going to handle your marketing, that's just badass, and all they care about is like how they're gonna be able to tell this story to the marketplace and be able to retain people that will become customers. And who are the people that you need around you, and what are you really truly great at?
Focus on what you do well. So many people start a business and try to do everything from the get-go. I think you really have to know yourself, what your gifts are, and do a lot of it, and try to find some other sucker to do the stuff that you are not good at. That's the truth. That's what makes a great partnership or good delegation. Whereas most people hammer away at everything thinking you have to be good. No, I knew what I was good at building my business. I was great at marketing. I was great at recruiting people. And that's what I did almost from my third year in business only. I focused on that.
If you want another amazing video highlighting excellence in the Indian community, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.